Hello and welcome to Boomerang Beyond Wellness and the Have It Your Way workout series. I'm Angelafischetti. So today's deep dive is into a squat called the zombie squat. Ooh, and this is why it's called the zombie squat. However, we will not be executing it like a zombie, but that's just to give you an idea that yes, the arms will be out in front, but they will certainly be active. Now, the accessories we'll be using today will be a sticky yoga mat. I'll also be using a fit ball, which basically has no weight to it. You could also use a 9-inch Pilates ball. I'll be using a 5-pound exercise weighted ball. And then finally, I will also be using one 8-pound weight. Now, this leads me right into the medical disclaimers and precautionary measures. And to sum it all up at the beginning here is to say, if you have any chronic health concerns whatsoever, I invite you to observe the video before participating. However, look for what you can do. And if you're not sure after watching it, then I would invite the medical healthcare practitioner who knows your body best to preview the video as well to help you make an informed decision. Now, specific to this video, if you have any knee issues, particularly with flexion, bending of the knees, I'm going to ask you you can do one of two things. Number one, you can decrease the range of motion. Just don't go so deep. However, there is another video that I recently posted in the channel, and this one is squat 6 ways to do it. I highly recommend you look at that video and pay attention to the wall sit, which is also known as a wall seat. It could be a great option for you, as well as those who have back spine issues and you've been told not to bend down to pick up something, especially something of weight. This is forward flexion of the spine. Now, this can apply to those of you with osteoporosis of the spine, but not exclusive to it, and also for the postural deviation known as hyperkyphosis, where there's kind of that hunched appearance. You take a peek at that same video, ditto, wall sit, wall seat for you. If you are medicated or not for hypertension, have vertigo or GERD, please make sure you hold your head upright while you're working out. A lot of times, people will, in general, look down at the floor while they're training. Everybody keep your head up and make sure your device is off the floor as well, because that will force you to look down, right? So it's a flexion of the cervical spine. This you want to avoid. Just keep the head neutral. Now, I think I pretty much covered it all. Wait till you hear the many muscles that are involved with this specific exercise, and it's why I chose it for this demographic, my channel, right? So we've got the gluteals involved, we've got the quadriceps activated, the hamstrings activated, the back erector muscles, the calf muscles, we have the hip adductor muscles, the inner thigh muscles, lots of core activation, and some of these are core muscles that I've mentioned. And in addition with the core muscles, we have pelvic floor muscles involved, and I'm just checking my notes because there's more. Yes, of course, the upper part. We have the deltoid muscles of the shoulders, the trapezius muscles, and we also have forearm muscles. So this goes to show you that the zombie squat is an excellent exercise as a compound movement. This means you're working multiple large muscles and multiple joints simultaneously. Now, the another benefit here from working the zombie squat is it will help you with your posture. Yay for that. I want people to be upright and proud of themselves. Now, the activities of daily living that are greatly benefited by any squat, and you know I always call them the 3 C's. Getting up and down out of a chair, getting in and out of your car seat, and yeah, up and down from that commode. Now, a few gentle reminders. When you're fully working out on your own, and this is not a workout, but I think it's worth a reminder, always feel free to stop and rest whenever you need to. However, I am not inviting you to quit. So you stop, take a couple of breaths, and then return to the work, even if it's just for one more repetition. Also, please make sure you keep yourselves properly hydrated while you're training and in fact throughout the course of the day. Now, unless of course you have been advised by a medical doctor to avoid drinking a lot of water, maybe for kidney or bladder issues, please follow that advice. On the community tab within the channel, I'd like you to look for a rating of perceived exertion chart. Now, some of you who've been doing the work with me for a while know I really rely upon this chart for you to gauge your sense of effort. And it's a subjective 0 through 10 scale, but it's an excellent tool for those who might have a pacemaker or taking certain medications like beta blockers, and maybe you don't know how to take your training heart rate. So I do suggest that for our channel that we work out at an RPE between 3 and 6 on the chart. Also within that community tab, you're gonna look for, and I found an excellent article on livestrong.com that has everything to do about the squat, all kinds of squats, but spine compression, the myths of spine compression. So check that out, because I think it might be helpful for some of you who might be fearful of it. Also, within the community tab, there is there'll be reference screenshots as well as reference images. And then on the channel, I want you to look for the warm-up and cool-down video. One video, you can interchange the movements, because it is advised for those of us 55 years and above, 5'5", to warm up, I should say, for 10 minutes prior to the workout. Now, what are we gonna do here today with this zombie squat? I just love the name of it. And well, we're going to do one set. Now, a set is typically 8 to 15 repetitions. However, for sure, we will be doing 15 repetitions, and I'm breaking down the exercise 3 ways. So the first way is without resistance. So this is where that fit ball comes into play. And if you don't have that fit ball, again, that 9-inch Pilates ball will do. And also, by the way, just like a styrofoam yoga block, because it doesn't have any weight to it. But when you hold on to something, it really will really help, I should say, your form. So we'll do that for 5 repetitions. Then we move on to the 5-pound weighted ball for 5 repetitions. And finally, for 5 repetitions, we're going to use the weight. So let's talk now about an athletic ready stance. So basically, I'm kind of in it. So the toes are in the same line as each other. I'm traveling up, making sure the ankles, the knees, and then you want to make sure they're lined up with the inside of the high hip bone called the iliac crest. And yeah, it is. Now I'm going to turn to the side, because especially I'm going to talk to the females in the house, okay? Not only the females, but mostly. I mostly see females do this in the gym and online in the Zoom rooms. So be careful of doing this sort of tipping the pelvis forward. It's called an anterior pelvic tilt. No, we don't want to do that. Actually, we want to come into a subtle posterior pelvic tilt, also known as a pelvic tuck, and you want to draw that belly button in. So now we're going to begin in the athletic ready stance. I'm going to use the ball, and I did not mention something in the precautionary measures, and pardon me for forgetting it. But if you have a latex allergy, please be careful, because the ball and the mat are made out of latex. Look for non-latex or latex-free. Okay, so I'm going to stand a little on a diagonal here for you. We bring the ball out in front. Arms are straight. Now, what we don't want to do is bring the arms up and down. And I have to catch myself doing this, by the way. So the toes are lifted inside the shoes. I do this so that when we come up from the squat, we're going to engage that posterior extensor chain of the body. In particular, the back erectors, glutes, and hamstrings. You're going to train your shin muscles, which is great for your knees, as well as your gait. So, and your balance. Toes up. Inhale, sit back into the chair. Exhale, up, pelvic tuck, squeeze. Inhale, exhale, pause at the peak of the contraction. All the breath is in and out through the nose. 2 more repetitions like this. Pause. Last one. Exhale, up, hold. Slowly lower the arms down. Now I'm going to come into the weighted ball, 5 pounds. I am going to, actually let me face this side because on the last one, I have to face the camera because I have to double check my form. 5 pound ball, toes up. Inhale, sit back. Exhale, pelvic tuck, squeeze at the top. I'm focusing my attention on the ball to try to make sure I don't move my arms. Because sometimes I do want to do that and I want to cheat, you know. Inhale, exhale, up. One more. That little subtle hip thrust right there at the top, not a big one. And now let's grab the 8 pounder. When I go to hold this, I'm going to come closer to the camera for you. I'm holding the collars of the weight, okay? So I'm holding the collars. Athletic, ready stance. I'm going to get quiet because, man, this is a lot of core. Toes up. Inhale, exhale, pause. Inhale, exhale, pause. Lots of delt, trapezius muscle working, forearm muscles. Pause. Exhale. One more. And that's what we have for you today, folks, here at Boomerang Beyond Wellness. Please, I'm going to ask you to kindly subscribe to the channel, share the videos, give it a kind comment, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Also, if you would like to subscribe to my free monthly newsletter, you can go to my website, which is boomerandbeyondwellness.com. Look for the subscribe tab and join us here in the family, and you will receive a thank you video for a workout that I designed exclusively for newsletter subscribers. Also, if you would like to work with me privately, I am available virtually for both training and for hatha yoga. And also, if you're in the Fort Lauderdale area of Florida, look me up. I am a licensed massage therapist. So until next time, eat your greens, drink your water, eat your beans, and be well. Thanks so much.